reflection. That's what you're going to do today. You're going to look, or this week rather, you're going to look at reflection and team assessments. Lots of cool stuff. Actually, some of my favorite stuff, I think. So let's go through and think about how you're going to do that. Well, you're halfway through the course, so you better do it somehow. You're going to come over here, and here we go. You're going to get the overview. You may want to print this out. First thing you're going to do is do a team assessment. You're going to do a journal, then a discussion forum. You're going to have to complete something and put it in the Dropbox. And another thing in the Dropbox, and a third thing in the Dropbox. So you're going to actually do 3 things in the Dropbox this week, and get some assessment and feedback on that. So let's continue on and figure out what we're doing. All right, the first thing will be this chat assessment. And this is on the chat that you did last week. So you're going to click on whichever team it was, and then it's going to open up in a PDF here for you, and it's going to be in another tab. See how it will open up in a tab up there? And it might take a while to download, but then you'll see it. If you want, you can download it. But you can see a whole recording of this, which is kind of cool. And then you can answer questions, which are next. By the way, there's a link right there, how to download stuff, about who really contributed in a valuable way and what did they state and why was it valuable. And that's important that you fill that out. So then we'll share the assessments next week. Leave the page. Okay, next, here is your assignment for reflection. Once again, you're going to use your Google Doc journal. Here are your readings. You need your 2 books. And in the first one, it's kind of the same. You're going to, respond to something, a prompt. Make sure you do that on your first book. The second book, you may do the same thing, or you can create the rest of this diagram, which I think is way cool. So what you do is you click on the diagram that's right here. Click in the middle. And once you click in the middle, you can copy it. Okay, you can copy that diagram, and you can add it to another page. And there it is. Just Control C and Control V. So when you're over here, you Control C it or Command C, and on the new place where you want to put it, you Command V or Control V, depending if you're on a Mac or Windows machine. Now, once it's in here, it's not done. You can edit it. Just double click on it, and all the drawing tools will pop up. And then you can go ahead and put in Mesro's definition that you read, and you can put in Cranton's definition that you can read. They're all very cool, by the way. This is my favorite definition, to tell you the truth. Marcus's definition, Hargrove's. He gets a little crazy for me. But, you put in that definition. And then I want you to think about what it means in online learning environments. What you can do is you can put in different images here. Okay? And you can write. You can use the text. If you just want text without writing, you can use arrows. You can actually insert other clip art from the internet. Also, if you think that the typeface is too big, you can go underneath more, and you can change that to something smaller. Okay? You see that in there. So underneath more, you'll have all kinds of options. You can change the color of the text, So have fun with that. And then, of course, you can save it and close it. And it's just going to save on your drawing. It won't save on my part. It will just save on yours, which is very cool. And if you do it and you're like, oh, that's a mistake, you can click on it again and just open it up and start working with it again. Now, once again, you really don't have to do this. I just think it's very neat, and it's a nice way to take notes and show your reflective thoughts instead of just taking notes in the narrative prose way. You can think about what it means when you arrange them. And I think that's very valuable for our learners in general, that we can get to do that. So please do that in your journal if you can. If you insist on writing in prose, you may do that as well. All right, next. You have a discussion. Discuss an idea from the reading that you will implement with your online students. Talk about how the activity assessment will improve online peer relationships. Comment on at least one of the other classmates' posts. Come over here and then do this activity. If you would like to see the rubric of how I will assess it, kind of it's a yes and no. It's not a it's not a big assessment grade. But you can see what I'm going to look for. If you don't have some of these things, you can always explain why you don't have them, and that's fine. Here, I'd like you to think of a student's self reflection. What would you do for an assignment? And creating a tool to analyze that assignment. And then your self-reflection. Go ahead and put that in here. And here you may, in all of these things, you may do a Word document. You may make a Google Doc and put the hyperlink in there. And that's fine with me as well, because then I can write right in the Google Doc if you allow me to do that. You will have to upload in a document to do that. So you'll have to upload a Word document with a link or something. And I think that is it for Module 4. Oh, no, sorry, that was your student self-assessment and your self-reflection. Sorry, forgot one. And this is a reflection on your own experience. This is super important. How are things going for you, and what are you doing well, and how are your work habits, and what are you learning? What questions do you still have? That's all very important, so please put that in there as well. I did forget something, sorry. So remember, when you go over here, you have a number of things to do. You can look at this part, so that you're doing assessment on yourself, you're doing assessment on your team, you're doing reading, and then you're creating things for your classroom. All cool stuff. So in your work, hopefully you'll do a little double loop learning in this class, where you'll be assessing yourself and reflecting, and you'll be becoming a much better person as a result. Like I am, being refined by you. Thank you.